Hi everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are guests to my channel, welcome. My name is Chanel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you this month. This reading is intended for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm going to be reading for the 1st through the 15th, so we can get an idea of what will be happening within your love life. If you need a personal reading, the information to my website is in the description box down below, so you can just click on that link. For everyone who has booked a reading with me recently, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. It is truly an honor and a pleasure. All right, Aquarius. So the first thing I'm taking a look at is your past energy. And I'm only looking at that to see how you got where you are now, because oftentimes our past still affects our present. So it looks like you've been very focused on yourself, is what this is showing me. It seems as though you've had relationships in the past. Some of you have been in long-term relationships, or you've been married. And I'm seeing that you went through a space in your life where perhaps you thought that a relationship would be very, very fulfilling to you. And then something changed inside of you where it feels as though you started going out on your own and seeing all of the opportunities that were available for you. I feel like something happened here where perhaps you turned your back on love and you were more interested in either finding yourself or working on your career. There's an energy of feeling like relationships suck the life out of you. I'm not sure what your partner was like that would make you feel that way, but it's almost like you feel better when you're alone, or you feel more free to be able to be your true self, or not have to worry about other people's expectations. I feel like there are times when you want to be in a relationship, but I'm also seeing that something about your last relationship, it's like it kept you really isolated, or it made you feel as though you always were having to be what someone else wanted you to be. And it seems like now you've kind of broken out of that mold. It's like you did a lot of soul searching and really found out who you are, maybe in the past few months, weeks, years. You may have attracted a new community towards you of like-minded people. There's an energy here of you wanting to be front and center in your next relationship, where you get to dictate the pace, where you get to show up authentically rather than feeling as though you have to be whatever it is that your partner wants you to be. So maybe in your last relationship, it was just very, very defined by like society, right? I wouldn't be surprised if some of you were in a relationship where you had all the same friends as your significant other, and perhaps you were like a part of high society. And then one day you just woke up and you were like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I just want to be free. I want to see the world. I want to go be a hippie or live on a commune, or you know what I mean? Like there's an energy here of just feeling as though relationships stagnate you. And so it's like, rather than live this life of perhaps luxury or a life of obligation, there's really an energy of like freeing yourself from all of that, and exploring the world and finding out what's out there for you. It's almost the energy of, what is that book? It's like The Prince and the Pauper, where people trade places, but this is more the energy of you like disguising yourself to go fit in with the masses, or to like discover a new way of life, to find out more about yourself. There was an energy here of feeling like whoever you were with in the past, there was just something missing. There was a part of you that was missing that perhaps that person wouldn't have understood or wouldn't have allowed you to express. So very nice energy, because I feel like even if you had to make sacrifices in the past, you know, for some of you, you walked away from a family structure. For others of you, you left just something that was long term. You really were authentic in your decision. You know, you chose what was best for you. And that's great, because not a lot of people are able to do that. But I also feel like in doing that, you've been able to attract a group of like-minded individuals who support you. It seems like you have options, Aquarius, in your life. So you may be dating around. I don't feel like a relationship is something that is like do or die for you, or that you have to have. For some of you, you're famous, you know, and so it makes dating difficult, or you're a high profile person. Like, for example, maybe you're like a very important lawyer or doctor or somebody, right? And so there's an energy of feeling like you have to present your true self to people, but it's a little bit difficult because it's like you have a reputation that precedes you based on who you are or what you've done in the past or been associated with in the past. Let's take a look at what has happened since then, because I'm seeing that you broke out of this mold of other people's expectations. And that's nice, because I feel like there's a lot more freedom, you know? Yeah, it's like you went against the grain of what was expected of you. For some of you, you decided that you wanted to be in a same-sex relationship or date people of the same sex. For others of you, maybe you wanted to explore like something more polyamorous, rather than being committed. But there's an energy of wanting to be free here. So I feel like that's what you did. I feel like you probably made some people pretty angry in the process, but there was a way of life that just, it wasn't serving you anymore, right? Let's take a look at what you were hoping to accomplish, because that's going to tell me kind of what happened here and what's going to happen. Okay. Nice. So I feel like for some of you, there's somebody that you have revealed yourself to. It's almost like a lady in the streets, and a freak in the sheets or something. There's somebody that it's like you've revealed your true self to, and you're hoping that this person is going to be in alignment with you. You know, that maybe they're willing to try things your way or accept you for who you are. I don't feel like there's anything in your life that you are viewing as being like shameful or a deal breaker. But I do feel as though perhaps you don't always present yourself exactly who you are when you first meet someone. So I feel like if this is someone new, you know, you might have like kind of let it all hang out recently, and you're hoping that this person doesn't react like, oh my gosh, what is going on with Aquarius? It's like you want them to be interested or intrigued by you. If this is an old energy, it feels like this could be someone who you may have like shocked recently, but you're really hoping that they'll see your point of view. I guess I'll put it like that. So it's kind of the energy of like, maybe you showed someone a side of yourself that, you know, at one point you kind of thought you wouldn't show that person, or that you had to keep from that person. And there's an energy here of hoping that because you led by example, right, that you were able to be like, hey, you know, I'm not afraid to tell people that, you know, I'm gay, or I'm not afraid to tell people that I'm poly, or, you know, I'm not afraid to to date and, you know, have these sort of expectations or, you know, whatever it is. It's like there's something here where it's like you're kind of trailblazing and you're hoping that whoever this is going to be receptive, right? Like either they'll follow suit or they'll be accepting. I feel like this is someone that you're interested in, you know, and the reason that you've opened up to them in this capacity is because you want them to be interested in you, but you also want them to know who you are, right? You could be feeling as though this person is put into your life for a reason, you know, but at the same time, it's like out of that interest, there's also almost like a obligation that you have to yourself that you're not going to ever be with someone again that makes you feel like you can't bring all of yourself to the table or like you have to hide certain aspects of yourself. Okay. Let's take a look at how that's working out for you now. And if this hasn't happened just yet, because this is a predictive reading, just give it a little bit of time. Okay. So I feel like you're still kind of waiting for this person's reply, because they've shut down on you. You know, it's like you were hoping that this person would see your point of view, but I feel like they're struggling. They're struggling here, you know, and they could be working on work. They could be going through some financial issues, but I feel like you're getting into a space or will be getting into a space with this person where if it doesn't feel like they're getting back to you or that they're open to whatever this is about you, you're going to end up doing something new. Because I feel like this is something that's not negotiable. You know, for some of you, you're like very family oriented, or you want more children, or, you know, it could be anything, but it's just something about yourself that you feel like you have to be upfront about that perhaps you don't advertise, you know, but that comes from you having left a situation in your past where it felt like you had to be perfect almost, right? Or you had to be whatever your partner wanted you to be. Whereas now you come into your own and you're very much like, hey, this is me, take it or leave it, you know, and you might not advertise that to like new people that you meet. But I feel like once someone has really caught your attention, you're a lot more forthcoming with this information about yourself. This person, though, it just feels like they've shut down. You know, they've shut down. And so I feel like for you, that might be causing you some issues, you know, in the sense that you're thinking a lot about this person, right? Or it's kind of starting to make you upset because it's like, why haven't they gotten back to me yet? Like I was vulnerable to this person, or I talked to them about this thing that, you know, only maybe my friends know about, or, you know, this community that I belong to knows about, and this person isn't responding. I feel like they're not responding at all right now. So let's take a look at your conscious right now. We're going to see how you feel about this, how this is affecting you. Okay. So I feel like consciously you're starting to tell yourself that this situation may not go the way you want it to. That this is something that you may need to move on from because there's an energy of feeling rejected. You know, I don't want you to get into a space where you start viewing whatever this is about you as something that's like baggage or makes you like the black sheep or the outcast. Okay. Because, you know, if this isn't a relationship that you left in the past, this could even be like a family that, you know, has like made you feel as though you can't be a part of their group. So I don't want you to get into a space of feeling very bad about whatever this is, because it seems like you've been in a really good place up until this person came into your life. And I feel like this person is probably making you feel that way because you really saw a future with this person, or you felt a connection to this person. Subconsciously, I feel like this, whatever this person's doing or however they're responding or behaving to you, this is kind of triggering for you, you know, and that's what I was worried about. Like, I feel like you're trying not to focus on it. You know, when you think about this person, you're being more optimistic, like, hey, you know what, whatever it is, what it is. But I just want you to be very mindful, because I feel like subconsciously this might set you back to the feeling you experienced when you had to leave whatever situation you were in, whether that was a relationship or a family situation. So just to be very good about taking care of yourself at this time. Spend time with the people who you know care about you or understand you, because you do have a community. Like, whatever this is, it doesn't make you any less attractive, any less worthy of love. So I'm just a little bit concerned, you know, because I don't want you to get into a dark place this month. I feel like with what I'm seeing here, what you're creating based on your conscious and subconscious, you may not realize it, but I think you're honestly creating a relationship that is built on openness and transparency, you know, and you may not feel like it in the moment, because if this person isn't getting back to you or giving you the response you want, you feel as though this is like rejection. But what you're really doing is making it so that you're not putting yourself back in a situation where you have to pretend to be something you're not. So I feel like that's very positive, you know, because you're not who you used to be, you know, or whatever this is that it feels like you have to express to people that you care about so that they understand you better. That's been a long road to be comfortable with that about yourself, or to feel like that's a blessing, right? And not like a setback or like a deal breaker. You know what I mean? I feel like you're going to end up walking away from this situation regardless of what this person does. And that could just be for the time being. But what this feels like to me is that you're going to take a step back from this because of the way that this person's silence has made you feel. And, you know, this is just for the next 2 weeks. So that doesn't mean that it's forever. But I feel like for the time being, you're going to try to avoid putting yourself in situations that remind you of anything that you worked so hard to get out of. So I'm going to take a look at the extended reading, because I want to see how this hangman energy that's coming towards you is going to affect you, with this being in the reverse. Because this is, could very well be the possibility of someone coming to the realization that whatever it is that you're proposing or whatever you've disclosed is not a big deal. But it just seems like they've taken a while to come to that realization. So I'm going to take a look at how this is going to affect you. We're going to see what it's bringing into your life, as well as how you're going to handle this. I'm going to see what other people involved will be doing, whoever this hanged man in the reverse represents. And I'm going to see what it is they're going to be showing you that'll lead to a decision around this situation, because I am seeing a decision being made. So if you would like to follow me to the extended, the link is in the description box down below. Your next reading will come out mid-month for your love, and then I'll be uploading in the meantime some other styles of readings. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, and I will speak to all of you again soon. Bye.